Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr in the next round, and this time again we are going to play a Stolen Relics mission. And do we still see... Alright, create a spoiler swabish. I honestly forgot what kind of items we receive here. Well, that we will find out at the end of this episode. So the mission briefing: a void ship was disabled by the Imperial Navy and servitor probing revealed a festering den of heretical nomads on board. The Holy Order demands the re-identification of the vessel for undisclosed purposes. Orders board the vessel and acquire salvageable evidence. Alright. Retrieve stolen relics by locating and opening chests. When approached, some chests spawn demonic guardians and also will self-destruct unless the beasts are killed swiftly. Open 5 chests to complete the mission. Collect 5 relics, and we will right now.
Targets identified. Looks like some twisted hex was placed on the relics.
Alright, that we will see in a second. And I will just go straight. I like the little form. It's actually the first... I don't know, maybe that has just been a complete coincidence. But they had a little formation there, didn't they? That looked pretty sweet, I think. Even though it didn't bring them much. Of course, why should that bring them anything? So let's kill off the close combat guy, then he's going to receive a nice headshot. And then being killed off quickly. So again, what's that? Stealth field, alright. So, if you have not seen the last episode, we had some major upgrades in armor and in, you know, some stuff around. We now have a stealth field, which is actually technically more for the close combat assassin, but not for the ranged guy, but I guess we can still use it, which, you know, beasted up our power rating from I think 359 to actually 379, which is, you know, a huge increase and absolutely amazing. So that feels pretty dope, at least I think so. What do you think? You can leave me a comment if you want to, or, you know, just leave it. So let's then kill a little world bearer here, and for safety's sake I will attack the close combat guy at first. I think Newcore Games did one good improvement, and I think that improvement is actually already a little bit old and not very new. But the flash grenade of the enemies, I still don't get the sense there. Alright, you in the radius there, you for 1 or 2 seconds you can't see anything. I guess that's the reasoning there, that you can't see the enemies you want to shoot at. That's not the point. The point is, which I have, is that I think, compared with the, you know, flash grenades have been in the game for quite a lot of time, and I had a couple of characters where I had, you know, the flash grenade, where I had the flash grenade equipped but didn't use it, so that was only for the, you know, sake of stats. But you did... Oh, a Hellbrute. Do we need to face it? But you had, you know, your little... You didn't have the nice wide landing explosion there, which I right now think is pretty damn dope. Like that one. The shiny thing is really great. So what we are going to do here, we of course are first of all going to deal with all the world bearers, the champions, which is not really cool to deal with, and to be honest, I am already missing our little fields. I can only tell that once you... That is actually pretty heavy in this game, that you really get used to you know, to certain type of items. And with that now I of course mean... Oh, I walked in the wrong direction. And now I of course meant the overview, which, if you haven't seen the last episodes, which I hope you don't, you know, gets you to basically two little assassins which are looking the same like you on your side, and they don't deal any damage, but they do two things. On the one hand, of course, they take weapons fire off you, and they take off the suppression rating of the enemy, which is, as you can... I just pressed 0 for the refill. Anyhow, that's not the point right now. What I wanted to say is that... So we were there, weren't we? Yes. So you get in... That's the first time in an RPG game, at least, that I really am used to certain items, and you know, there's always the thing called muscle memory, and that I think is in this game quite hefty. But not that I'm complaining, of course not. I'm not complaining here. Please don't get that impression. A other thing I noticed, I have somehow the feeling, or the impression, that the... Case in point, he didn't summon anything, that the champions have a higher rate of summoning, you know, the summoning stuff than the smaller enemies have. Of course, horde enemies like the gobblers here don't spawn anything, and that would be pretty damn unfair, as I think. But the champions there have a increased chance. I could swear on it, actually. Still 1,000 damage to this guy. That is amazing. Although, as you can see, he is heavily armored, which always is not a nice thing, but with 1,000 damage there being dealt to him. You know, there you can see another thing. I say often unfair. I don't mean it that way, but the thing that I do not understand, if the Hellbrute is running, for example, into cultists, then they die, which I think is realistic, because, you know, he's just charging over them. But why are the little guys dying when he charges through them? I know you could maybe say, you know, he's stepping over them, they are so small, they are in between his legs and blah. But I think, you know, if you're charging in like that, they should die. Just my opinion. That's the reason why I know why I am no game developer. Alrighty. Doing some action here down. This guy goes. And then we only have the plasma guy in front of us, plus a plague-ridden guardian. So, good part, we have of course some medical refillment here. And of course it summons a guardian. So there is, if you're wondering, a slight chance, a really slight chance, and I would say it's really low, that no guardian is actually summoned, which of course are the boss boxes, but you as well. I think that is the chance there is even smaller. There is a chance that there is no relic in them at all, and there I really hope. I'm not certain how many boxes there are or relics there are in the game, but I hope that the game is not, you know, randomly creating them, for example exactly 5 or 6, and then you can have the chance that there is no relic in it. That would be really sad if you then would not be able to complete the mission. Alright, this guy down. Let's kill him as well. Nice. So, and that's one thing, I talked about that on and on already, what I do not understand. As I said before, for example, so alright, cloaking myself to help out here. One of my, or actually the favorite enemy type for me are decimators. You know, it was to that time there were even dreadnoughts. I like dreadnoughts of course as well, because they are a little more challenging than the rest of the enemies are. Even the champions, you know, they are no real threat. But this Decimator, first time I played him, he was a little threat because you know, of the shielding and everything, and he was actually the first, you know. And now at the current state of the game there are boss fights. We played already one boss fight, but it was the first time there was an enemy which really felt like a boss fight, and that was in that point really amazing, and such a nice, you know, memory or nostalgia thing, if you may call it that way. But anyhow, that is just my weird mind, and that is really weird. So the good thing is we have another box or relic in this room, which brings me right here. See, and no guardian right here. Nice, thank you, thank you.
The ward was broken on this one. Fortune favors the bold, at least sometimes.
Yes, I know, but I guess there's... That now is really, really lucky and anticlimactic.
We are almost there. One to go. The recap is still warm.
So let's then... That one is a large room here. I may not have... Maybe it was wrong to go in there, that's what I wanted to say. That is always... I know there was a time, I think that already has changed, where it, you know, didn't make any sense. For example, in a purge you have to kill all enemies. If you do not do that, you can't finish off the mission. But in, you know, technically in stolen relics or in hunt mission assassinations, the usual, you do not need to clear out all the map. It just doesn't matter. Why should you? Why should I, if I have found every relic? Why should I, you know, go on and clear out all the area? And I am coming out of a time, I tell you, where you didn't get any bonus XP for clearing out the mission. Again, if I'm wrong, I am wrong many times. Then please excuse my false statement. But you didn't get any XP, for example. You know, okay, you could say, you know, I go for items, but you didn't get any XP. So for me, that always was a little moot point. In Diablo 3 or 2, for example, it made a little sense for items and, you know, getting some bonus XP. Anyhow, that is just my mind, as I said before. Yes, and I didn't finish up the point, did I? What I wanted to say, is that in the beginning, no, I made my point, didn't I? You didn't get any XP for completing the mission, so that was, it didn't make too much sense there. So, I wanna kill him off. And that is the last chest. Nice.
Forward. The relics are secured. The priest of the Ministorum will be busy with the purifying rituals.
Oh yes, maybe that can of course be, but I don't care because it's not affecting us. So then, let us see what kind of items we have received right here. Alright, oh, that looks nice, So, let's take a quick look. And we reached level 4 influence in the Dagnar system. Again, that is pretty damn nice. Let's open up this chest and see what kind of bonus items we have received. Swords. Oh, close combat, so nothing too special for us. That stuff I'm going to sell in the off then, or salvage to be precise here. What I'm thinking, and what I'm really thinking, is where are our new items? So, take a look at that. We would lose movement speed, of course. That is, I like the plus movement speed, but I'm more opting than to go for health regeneration and that. So, nothing else new here. So I will go through that in the off and we can go through the inventory. I could do it in the off, maybe. I don't know by now. So we will see us back in the next episode, where I will do another tarot mission. For what are we going to do? Going to go. I don't know. Maybe iron plants. That could be still a thing where we could invest some time. So there you know what we are going for the next episode. For now, guys, I really thank you for watching. As usual, the usual thing. If you enjoy, you know, the Let's Play, the Inquisitor Let's Play, give me some love, guys. You can show that by subscribing. If you haven't subscribe, please, guys. That would mean the world to me. Give me a thumbs up. That is always a nice signal. And if you have anything to say, it is always, whether it's negative or positive, this is much appreciated and important feedback for me. For now, guys, I really thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this episode, I'm saying that again, but I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day, stay frosty, bye.